good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So, decided that this is the time to tell the history and the story of DJ SupaDane in the musical world and in dancehall and where it all started. So, I'm going to begin from here. So, I was raised in an area of Brooklyn called the 90s. I'm the first generation of my parents that were born in Jamaica, and I'm the first generation son born in Brooklyn in 90s. To be exact, I grew up on the corner of 93rd and Rutland Road. So anybody know about 93rd and Rutland, the history of 93rd and Rutland? And you have the plaza across the street. So I grew up on this side, and the plaza is on the other side in front of where I grew up. And my two brother-in-laws, and other two bridging them, and my two brothers, they were all friends, and they had a little sound system called Black Roots High Power. So Black Roots was Capodan, Pablo, Mendez, Bobo General, Figgles, Admiral Figgles. So I grew up around them. I was like probably 3, 4, 5. I could say 4 years old. Right, I was around them. My brother used to carry me and listen to the music and stuff like that. So that's where I actually fell in love with the whole sound system and the records and the turntables and the equipment and stuff like that. I grew up loving that from that age. So I can remember that I made a song, and I guarantee I was about 3 years old when I made that song. So the song was like, at the age of 1 at the microphone stand, the age of 2 say me come back for true, the age of 3 say me go up on TV, the age of 4 say me come back for more. So each year I would add on. At the age of 5, say me come back alive. At the age of 6, say me make more lyrics. At the age of 7, me have to go to heaven. At the age of 8, them said that me great. At the age of 9, girl said that me fine. At the age of 10, say me come back again. You know what I'm saying? So each year I would add on another line to the lyrics. So I remember at the age of 1, I did 2, 3. So three was like actually when I actually made that lyrics, and then age of 4 said me come back for more. So I was like 4 years old. Think about it. So I looked at myself as like a prodigy because I was around the older artists them and the older engineers and stuff like that. So I looked at myself as being intelligent enough to embrace my culture. So being from Jamaican parents, actually, they had the records, they had the Ken Boots and the D Browns and the Bob Marleys and certain songs that they had. And then my dad had like a lot of the American music also, the Manhattans and the Platters and stuff like that. They had the records. Those days it was records. So we had like there was a thing like with the TV and the radio and the record player all together. It was like all in one. So that's where my fascination began. The records were in the house, and I would take the records and put on and play and stuff like that. And like being around Black Roots sound, that was like the dancehall of things like Black Party are go on, and we did it with them, and they move the speaker box, them and move the amps, them and the records, and I was very fascinated with that, to see how it was like a movement, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, in the house it was different from outside. So in the house I had the records, my dad record and my mom records, and some of them, they brought from England because they lived in England. So they brought a lot of records from England, and so forth. So I started embracing the music and like loving it, and like I said, I was DJ. So my inspiration when it came to like DJing and chatting and stuff like that was Boba General, Admiral Figgles. Capo used to DJ here and there. Mendez used to DJ here and there and stuff like that. But my inspiration was like Briggy and Yellowman. They were my two, like when it comes to Brigadier, the General, and Yellowman. Those two artists was my inspiration of being a lyricist, like actually writing down the lyrics and reciting them, and then being around Bobo General and Figgles and seeing them actually there and watching them and learning from them. And then Capo used to have me like in a like a training camp. So at one point, Capo used to live like up at Montgomery and Utica, and I used to go up there, like I probably was like about 6, 7. I'm not gonna lie, I was real young, but I live in the 90s. So if you walk through the plaza and you go up East New York and you turn for Montgomery, Montgomery and Utica right there. So sometimes I don't even think my parents even knew that I was doing that at that time, because I guess they were thinking that, oh, well, he's on the block or something, like riding his bike or something. So I used to go up by Capo and I was trying to learn about healthy eating and stuff like that, like eating vegetarian, ital. So Capo used to cook a whole heap of ital and stuff like that. So he used to love it. You know what I say? What? Oh, Kalalu and this and that, the cabbage and this and that. So I used to love that. So, Capo used to cook and, burn them chalice and them thing there and burn them front of spliff and thing. But them time I was not into the weed thing because I was young. So I was like, well, nah, I smoke no weed. So anyway, Capo used to, put on the rhythm and give me the microphone, and he put on like the studio one them and the treasure isle rhythm them, and I said, DJ. So DJ and DJ and DJ. So that's how I learned how to think called ride rhythm. So when him put on the version, which is the rhythm, we call Jamaica, we call it the rhythm. So him put on the rhythm, I said, see my there, and him DJ and up there, DJ and DJ and DJ and DJ, and I learned the craft. So moving a little bit further, Black Roots end up linking with Minimart was a store. So Minimart was next door to my uncle's liquor store called Davis Liquors on 93rd and Rutland. So that's my uncle's store. So my uncle owned the building, like my building where I lived in, and the Minimart and the liquor store. Oh, he owned the 3 buildings. So eventually he sold the building that was, became Minimart supermarket or Minimart market or whatever. So Derek, Banton, Derek the Banton. That's Derek. Everybody thought that Derek was my dad because we were light skinned and I was always in there. So everybody thought that Derek was my dad. Anyway, Mexican, Mikey, Everton, Stroker, you know what I'm saying? They decided to open, the market. So It was like one time there was a black party in front of my building, and Black Roots came. Capo brought the sound and string up the sound in front of my building on the third night. So, I guess they decided that, hey, like a sound and thing like that, bring it to the basement. So, at one point, the sound ended up in Minimart basement. That's where the history started. Okay, so Black Roots, Capo brought the sound to the basement, and Minimart, it wasn't a Minimart at that time. It was still Black Roots. So Minimart was the store and Black Roots was the sound. So, everybody there, Bobo General, Sleepy Wonder came, and, like through the time. I'm trying to give you a little preview. But song was there. Figgles, Admiral Figgles and Bobo General was like the main DJ them. You understand? And a couple more people around that I can't totally remember their names right now. But anyway, someone end up in the basement and with a start bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wasn't buying records? Like Paul was buying records. I was buying records. And at that time, like I said, I had little thing in the house with the records them and stuff like that. And then my dad, we end up going to Canal Street, me, my brother Kevin, and my father, and we bought like an amp and a preamp and a speaker or whatever, and we had it in the room, like in our room. So me and my brother used to share a room. So anyway, we had this little sound in the room and stuff like that. So we had a little sound system, and then Black Roots was a big sound system because you have the 18, them and the 15 and the tapping and everything. We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? We just have something in the house so we can play for ourselves. So, my sister them did it, Paula and Lane, and my twin sister them. And, the house was like for our comfort to say, okay, we have something in the house. And my mother used to always say, well, I play the music and, enjoy myself and and blah, blah, blah. Then, Minimart. Then Black Roots in the basement of Minimart. So, at one point, then here comes Trevor Sparks. Here comes Sluggy. Here comes Sleepy. Here comes Corridon. Then sound RLT. And then, sound start to build and start to buy more speakers. And then we had a virgin named Pretty. So Pretty know if we build box. So Pretty start build some box. You know what I say? So the sound start build more on top of what Black Roots had. You know what I'm saying? We start buy a couple amps to put EQ and this and that and blah 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 blah. So anyway, at one point, like when we are DJ down there and everybody are singing and DJ, they must say, mini market, high power, mini market. So there was a song by Leroy Gibbons. It was like, what's the name of the sound? I remember that record so deeply. What's the name of the sound? Playing in the lawn. Whoa, whoa. So one day I come down there and me a DJ, So I start singing the song. What's the name of the song? And then like something clicking on my head and I say, Minimart. We're gonna name the sound Minimart. So I start singing the song. What's the name of the sound? Playing in the lawn. A Minimart. So from that day, the sound named Minimart. So I named the sound Minimart. Me. No matter what nobody say. It was Black Roots. And then when it was in the basement, and I thought of that Leroy Gibbons song, and then it became Minimart. Big up Liquor Dave. Big up Dickie Rainbow. Big up Devon. Because Poochie. Big up because I was like, you live in the 90s and whole up a black party and thing I keep and things. So me was like the little artist where everybody I said they want to hear me DJ, they want to hear me DJ. So like every little black party we keep in the, 93rd, 92nd, 91st, 95th, 90, any, anything, me come on my bike, I come off on my bike, and them say, oh, give me the mic. So true, from over the plaza now, them used to keep some little park jam. So I'm like 8 years old, 9 years old these times, right? So true, give me the mic. I'll say, yo, go on. So me born in America, but my parents are Jamaican, so it's like me have the Jamaican DJ style, and then rap music. At that time, rap music was just, Cool Mo D and LL Cool J and them was coming up them times. So I was into the rap thing and breakdancing and stuff like that. So I had like both worlds. So me used to rap and then me used to DJ, chat. They call it chant. Well, at that point it was called chanting. So everybody, yo, Dane, chat. You know what I'm saying? So like chanting, chat, because it was like rapping in patois. So I'm like one of the number one youths that created that whole genre of combining hip hop and dancehall together. It was called chatting, because I would speak in regular English and I would speak in patois in both senses. You know what I'm saying? So like True used to keep them little park jam and them thing there. So sing up the sound and plug it up to the light post and we go over there and mash it up. So like everybody like, yo, liquor Dane him bad. So the whole neighborhood knew I had a talent. So the whole neighborhood. So in those times, like me going to school and we have like what they call like what was it like plays. So I was into like doing plays also. So they was like, yo, okay, then I want you to be this and I want you to be that. So I remember one time we were doing like an African scene and they dressed me up in my African suit and I came in like I was a warrior and stuff like that. And then there was like there was a church on Eastern Parkway, and is it Eastern Park? It's like a big church on Eastern Parkway in Saratoga or Rockaway or one of those. And then I remember they put me on a stage and I sang, because I could also sing too. So I sang, I think was the, what they call it, the Black Independence song. I can't remember exactly. It was like the Black something song, like for Black people, that some like independent song or whatever. But anyway, so going back to where it began. So that's what I was doing. So like 219, I went to PS 219 on Clarkson and 93rd and 92nd. So the schoolyard too. So usually they had sound system in the schoolyard. So me used to go, and I remember Stick, Fat Man, brother, rest in peace, the Fat Man. We had a video store on Rutland. Stick it, yo, Dean, go all over there, go take the mic, man, and mash up the place. So give me the mic and start doing my thing and shell on it. Like them time the place mad. Everybody, oh, Ray. You know what I'm saying? I got crazy over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like little. I'm like little. 8, 9, 10. I'm like, I didn't reach teenager years yet. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, I'm the first out of the 90s. We're born and raised in the 90s that was musically inclined. You know what I'm saying? Big up everybody who come after. I'm going to get to that. But I was the first. I know I'm the first that did this. Creating music, being a artist first. So when Minimart, start to build, I used to watch a lot of hip hop stuff. So there was like some Techniques turntable that came out, the Techniques 1200. So I was like, yo, Mikey, Mexican, Everton, yo, we need to get these turntables. These turntables are the baddest turntables right now. You know, so at that time, dancehall was one turntable, and then you have a sound effect, and you play the song, and then you flip it over, and you play the version, and the artist, you know, DJ upon the version. They call it participation too. Play participation too. So I say, you know what? I see the hip hop because Grandmaster Flash. I used to watch Grandmaster Flash a lot, and Kid Capri and Red Alert. So I said, buy two. And I said, what do you mean? He said, buy two. And so, okay. They bought two. Because one thing, they listened to me. Because I was like, really, when it comes to technology and stuff like that, I was really on point with what's going on. And they might not have known, but they always say, okay, well, then what for buy next? What we need? Stuff like that. So I used to go to AST. We used to go to Canal Fi. You know what I'm saying? And when the new technology was coming out, I was like, yo, I think we need to get this and we need to get that. So at that time, we got the two Technics turntable. So here comes the thing. A lot of people rate Stone Love to bringing in the juggling. But I'm going to tell you, I was the first to bring in juggling. Because when I bought those two turntables, right, I used to go to the record box and I start match the rhythm them. So I start say, okay, King Jammys have this rhythm, and you know what I'm saying? So the real rock rhythm and this and certain things. So now I start to match up the rhythm them now. So when me I play now, me I play one song, and then me have them time it wasn't even a crossfader. We had a big Rams mixer, like it was a mixer board. So I put the two turntables into the mixer board. I had one turntable on the left, one turntable on the right. So now I start, you know, I plug in my headphone, and I'm like, I was really advanced. Way advanced before my time. So I'll play the song, and then don't play it in the ghetto tonight, and then me mix it in the next song. The man them say, what the? Everybody like, yo, they never see nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm telling you, I'm the one that the juggling. I created that shit. I created that because dancehall only at that time had one turntable, and the artist come and DJ and the MC whatever, and them would flip over the thing. So when me start mix the rhythm them now, because me I watch the hip hop DJ them a scratch and do a Kid Capri them a scratch and remember hip hop didn't have the same beat, but it probably had the same tempo. So they knew how to scratch in that song, and then they bring in the next song, and it stayed on, you know, tempo. So I learned, oh, well, reggae have 10, 20 staggerlag rhythm. Oh my God, 100 upon staggerlag rhythm. So I play staggerlag, you know, sling thing rhythm, Far East rhythm. So I started the juggling thing. So the man them said, yo, yeah, DJ, you know, yeah, ton selector now. So, I'm telling them I'm bad, you know, as DJ, I'm bad, me have lyrics, you know, I mash up Biltmore, I mash up Starlight, I mash up Tilden, I mash up Skating Ring, I mash up everywhere I go, I mash up, I call Gil Bailey, they on the phone and DJ over, bro, everybody know 105.9 Gil Bailey, Virginia can call and ask, yo, young Gil Bailey call me just a DJ, sometimes my mother, yo, me then in my room, you know, and I call Gil Bailey, you know, and my mother and my father, I sleep, and me a DJ, you know, you see me? So enough people don't know about the thing.